Hi guys, my name's Amada. I'm a computer engineering student in UK, and today we are going to see how can we implement a function in Java called binary search. So basically binary search is the way in that we can determine the index of a determinate value in an array in Java. For instance, we can see in this case we have an array of a couple of elements. In this case we have 8 elements. The second one is 17, which is the value that we are going to look for, and it has to return on as the return number 1 as the array starts from the index 0. So the index 0 for the 5, the index 1 for the 1. The way we do that is basically dividing the array in two pieces of the array and checking if the middle of the array is bigger or lower than the searched value. Let's see how can we do that. Of course, the array has to be sorted. It has to be an ordered array. So we can, first of all, we create our method main, which is gonna take an array of string called args, and we declare an array of integers, and we are going to call it test array, which is going to contain a list of numbers, of integer numbers. Mm, 22, 45, 66. Okay, once we have created our array of integers, the next step is to create a variable of type int, which is going to contain the searched value. In this case, the value is going to be 17. And other integer variable, which is going to contain the returned value, which is going to be the index of the number 17 in this case. And which is going to be returned by our binary search method, which is going to take two arguments, one array and one integer value, and then we are going to print our result. So system.out.println search value position plus position, concatenation over there. Now let's create our binary search method. Let's see how does it work. So it's a public static and it returns a value of type integer and as we said before, it takes an argument and an integer value. So first of all, we initialize a variable of type integer called low. We initialize it to 0. We declare as well an integer value called high, which is gonna be the length of the array minus 1, and another array which is gonna be called another integer which is gonna be called mid, which is gonna be initialized to 0 as well. So the first step of the logic of the program is gonna say it's gonna be while low is less or equal to high. So while low is smaller or equal to high, we are going to divide the array writing mid is equal to low plus high divided by 2. Then the next step of the logic is that to compare the search value to the element of the array which is in the middle. If it's equal, we just return that value, which is going to be our index. If not, we're going to check we're going to check if it's smaller than the search value. In that case, we are going to give to low the value of mid plus 1, and if it's bigger, what we are going to do is to assign to high the value of mid minus 1. Then the last step is to return in case the value is not found. It's going to return minus 1, and that's it. Let's try to make it work. Let's see if it's working. That's it. Number 17 is in the position index 1. If we change the number, maybe we can do it for, we can search for 66. Yeah, this is in position 4, index 4. Remember that the index of the array starts by 0, and if we add an element, should it give us the last index of the array as a return. Yep, that's it. So thank you guys. Please like, leave your comment, subscribe and share the video if you like it. See you next time. Take care.